Hello, this is going to be a reading for, excuse me, water signs for June 2025. What do we have for water signs? Water signs. Are you excited? I feel a little excited. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. This is what's at the heart. I feel a little like jittery or like anxious. It's a perfect word. Maybe you feel something. Tint. Temporary solution, okay? So I feel like there's going to be a temporary solution. Water signs are, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And this is the emotional energy of the collective. So I feel like somebody's been putting a Band-Aid over something with the tent at the courage too. It's like temporary situation. Like everything, like somebody is, like I said, putting a Band-Aid because there's a broken bridge here somewhere. And someone keeps trying to patch something up, you know, in an easy way, a temporary fix, and, you know, it's not working. Well, it's not about to work too long, I feel. We have the bird perched at the throat, waiting for news, package, or letter. Maybe you're trying to find some kind of proof about something before you start speaking out or figure out how to say something. Maybe you're waiting on spirit. The dragon is at the sacral. Beware of self-delusion. Wow. So I feel like somebody is, first of all, they talk a lot of hot air, and they think there's something that they're not, and that's at the sacral. Tower is, and I only say that because of the beware of self-delusion. Maybe you're a dragon. Maybe you are a dragon and you don't know it, or you don't think you are. Maybe these people that have burned a bridge with you, or vice versa, are the ones that are trying to make you feel like you're not what you are. So it could be like someone who thinks they're more than they are, or someone who doesn't know what they are yet. And we all are coming into that. I hate when I hear people talk about, you know, you don't know your value and shit like that. Like, people are growing and they go up and down all the time. People are supposed to come into what they know. Everybody wants to rush you and you know, judge you on your journey when you're the one that's doing the fucking work. If they were doing the work, they wouldn't have time to sit and judge you. But they can't. And that's why they're mad. Solid foundation, success with effort. So something is solid. And that is at your third eye. So maybe you're envisioning something into the spirit first, because that's where it starts. Maybe it's your dream, you know. This is your dream, and you are envisioning it in the spirit before it comes down into the reality. Grasshopper at the root. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Yeah, something is it's giving me karmic, but something is sensitive and delicate, you know. So I'm always a delicate motherfucker, you know, doing some shit. Romance, celebration, and party. Fan. And this could be like, I hate to call people fans, but that could be what it is. But, you know, this is like an oriental fan. This is like, you've been dancing and it's hot, you know. You need to cool off. I like that. Dog barking, advice from a friend. Okay, so somebody is going to get some advice from a friend about a broken bridge or an unsuccessful outcome to a problem. See, something is very delicate, and somebody been got all these deodorant crumbs on me. Oh no, that's that lemon. I rubbed a lemon. I'm like, what is all of this shit? I rubbed a lemon on my underarms, so all the pulp is everywhere. Sorry, look, it's all on my fingers. I'm clean. That's not musty lemons or anything. Sorry. It's not. I like to use lime or lemon as deodorant because it's natural. It keeps your underarms from getting all dark. Let me see. I don't know if I have pulp. You can see how light my underarms are. And my hair is really, really dark. And my hair follicles are really, really dark. And so it'll grow in dark. But the lemon and the lime keep that bacteria out of there. I use deodorant and lemon and lime shit. F all that, because the deodorant is what is making your underarms black and stuff like that, because it's got all that shit in it, all of these heavy metals and stuff. You know, it's crazy. You could tell when something has heavy metals because that's what makes it gets black. And the sun is what tarnishes. Y'all think I'm lying, but I'm so serious. That's why. Especially with melanated people, nobody else gets dark like that. But it's heavy metals, y'all. And that's why it's dark. It's getting dark. Your skin is pushing it out. It doesn't want it. And the sun and the bacteria and stuff is making it like tarnish the metals and shit. I promise you. Like, man, the body. And we don't think about that. Like, when they say heavy metals, like, okay. But we don't think about, like, you know, silver and shit like that. Like, certain metals can't take the sun. And that shit is all in our body and, you know. And we sweat in those places. So, I don't like it. You know, they talk about different metals and spirits and how the spirits, they actually do protect the earth at the mines and stuff like that. I don't know, y'all. Something about that heavy metal shit. When I started really being under attack and my spirit was like really making me heal, my teeth that I had like fillings in, I had my back teeth had metal fillings. It's so crazy because all the other ones I got porcelain for some reason. Maybe because I didn't want to open my mouth real wide and you see like dark, you know, in my teeth. I wanted it to like, you know, be white. I'm so happy I got porcelain because those metal fillings, those teeth came out like, I mean, they almost fell out. Like they were crumbling. It's crazy. And then I keep telling you guys how they messed up my face. And the whole time my face was clearing, I was getting glitter, like from all the makeup. And I mean, it's so much stuff has metal particles in it. All the sparkly stuff, the nail polish, all that shit. I had glitter, like, like fucking unicorn snot coming out of my skin. Because my body was like healing. I mean, and you go through healing crisis and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that I learned from all that I'm supposed to tell and talk about, but they're trying to silence me. They try to block me so they can steal my information and, you know, put some bitch and give her a bunch of followers, make her look important, you know. These whores. The whores gotta go. They need to be shot by a shooting squad. Because they're the worst of the worst problem on the earth. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And I don't mean whores like you selling your ass. I mean like whores that get together and help institutions hurt other people and take them down, like nurses and nuns and all that. That's the whore. That's the whore of Babylon, the most respected bitches on the planet, you know. They're the whore of Babylon because they're the one that's helping out. They're a whoring. You're going against your own people. You're doing things that you know aren't right, are heinous, you know, and then you go and cry and whine like you're the ISIS. And you know what's so crazy to me? Like all the Mexicans, right? All they worship is ISIS. They don't worship the Black Mother. They all want to be white, right? So they worship ISIS, right? And that's who's taking this, sending their ass back to Mexico too. It's just like black. It's the same thing I've been telling black people. And Mexicans are mixed. They're mixed with Spain, and black people are native, or Indian, sorry. I gotta work on that too because, you know, it's Indian. They're mixed. They're a mixed people. They're not a full-blood people. They're a mixed people. It's like all the Creoles getting together and saying, this is our land. Like, bitch, you got French, German. Like, take your ass to Germany. Take your ass to France. Like, you can't claim to have a land and you're a mixed people. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. You got to pick mama or daddy. You got to pick, you know, what you're going to be. And they pick daddy, right? And daddy is a white god. That's the white god. And he's come up with this white Isis, who a lot of times isn't even a woman. A lot of times she's a man. That's what, that movie where they go into the portal, it's an old movie, and they ended up in a place that looks like Egypt. And the god was like androgynous. That's Isis. And it's a man. It's the same guy that played in the Crying Game. And he's a nice looking female, you know, he's a feminine looking man. There's nothing wrong with him, but that's Isis, right? So they have all of these Mexicans who are trying to be daddy, you know, all up under daddy, same as the Arabs. They're trying to be all up under daddy. They want daddy's approval. They got the mother, the black mother in that box, you know, and they're keeping that ritual alive to keep her, and it has to do with the cows too. Just like the Jews want to sacrifice the red heifer, that box has a lot to do with black magic and things happening to the bovine animals, are like the cattle kind of animals, and all of them are matriarchal. These are patriarchal religions that are trying to keep us in a patriarchal system, but it's killing the earth. That's why Saturn, he's been hijacked basically. His death has been hijacked because we're not doing the right things as women, are going a whoring. You know, they're not being honest. They're not being truthful. They're being unloving. They're helping these patriarchal systems keep everybody down. But anyways, I keep telling you, ISIS. It's like Isis is the goddess of the ice. She's the north. It's icy up there, you know? And they came down and conquered everybody. And that's the problem. The problem is that the earth is split into fours, and there's four energies that are supposed to rule the earth. And they got this one, energy that's like ruling all of the earth. And it's the masculine, the white masculine energy. And everybody's helping him. All the other parts of the earth are helping him, except for the one little energy that they're trying to snuff out, and that's the Black Mother Goddess. And they're making her evil and mean so they can, point the finger and say, look, she ain't, she needs to be frozen again. She needs to be put on ice. Rage. They're putting out rage. But this is against the Dark Mother, or the Native Mother, Indian Mother, sorry. And again, it's not that Isis is evil, it's that she's not supposed to be down here. This isn't her home. She's cutting into her territory spiritually, and it doesn't go right for the planet. It's already been happening too long. So again, the same goddess that all these people are trying to conjure up into the spirit is the same one that's pushing them back out. And these are Black and brown people. They're not supposed to be going after and worshiping Isis. You're supposed to be worshiping your own gods, your own goddesses, going to the Indians and trying to find out who that is still, because you don't know anymore. You forgot. You've been Catholic and Christian for so long, you don't understand the earth anymore. You think that everything is circling around this AI God, and that's who he is. He's come up with his own egregores and own systems, and we've put so much energy into them that they've become living entities, and that's what these demons are. They're not natural. See, natural demons don't sit and stalk you. They don't need you. They're natural. A demon could go into a rock. It doesn't need to go into human. A lot of them don't want to be bothered with us. People go seek them out for power and information and stuff like that. And sometimes they do seek us out because we're supposed to be cleaning them. But anyway, water. Water sign, you always, especially Pisces, when I start reading for Pisces, man, it's just like, and that's my midheaven, by the way. So, I know I'm supposed to be doing this. Because Pisces, dude, I just be like, Pisces, do not look, Pisces. Just chill. Fucking chill. That's not me, okay, you guys? That's Pisces. Letting out all the secrets in the deep, dark waters and shit. Lord have mercy. But anyway, yeah. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is working on something hard, putting your efforts into something, wanting it to grow, watching it grow. It's in reverse. Something is broken. This broken bridge, something isn't successful. Look, 2 of Wands in the reverse. Underneath this temporary situation, wow, maybe 2 people were trying to have control over something. They might have been working together, they might have been screwing, but it's not going to work out for them. They're breaking up because they don't have control. Whatever they were trying to build, obviously it wasn't all right with spirit. It's a broken bridge here. Maybe their bridge is broken. Maybe their connection is broken. With each other, It's broken for a reason. Somebody is shady, if not both of them. Or spirit just doesn't want this right now. King of Swords in the reverse. Wow, and this is where the throat is. Waiting for news, package letter. This is giving me the media. And how the media is trying to, like I was just saying, cause problems. I just be like, man, Black and brown people need to wake the fuck up. Especially Black people marching for, not like that, but Mexican countries are the most racist towards us. Black people are in poverty in Haiti, and they're fighting with the Dominicans, and they look down on you more than anybody. Why would you fight for that? They are the most racist. Their countries are the most racist towards dark-skinned people. And they're all the same people, but they just treat you different if you're dark-skinned, if you have more of the mother energy. Trying to tell you, they want to be the father energy. In Spain, I remember I was going to school when they told Spanish people that they could write Caucasian in, you know, as their race. I mean, the girls in our class were crying. They were so happy, like, to be considered white. So, and then the things that you guys are doing against the divine feminine energy on her land, though. This is, America is the mother, the Indian mother, she's a black woman though, but she's Indian. And this is her land. You can't, well, you have been, but you're not supposed to go try to force your, you know, that's like going to somebody's house and, you know, not going by their rules. That's rude and it's disgusting. You know, you don't go in somebody's house and just, you know, bring your nasty ass ways and, you know, think that you're going to remain welcome. You're not. You gotta play by the rules of the person in the house, whose house it is. You don't want them coming and stomping on your grounds and telling you how to run your house. That's the worst. And it's not just about the immigration. It's literally the energy is she's awake. She's back awake. And the only ones that know about or understand or have been listening to the earth are the Indians here in America. The Africans understand, but they're in Africa. They're not here in America. African magic works amazing in Africa. Doesn't mean that it doesn't work here. It does, absolutely. But it will work better in Africa. You know, so that's the thing. You need to be using that energy and all those spirits to get Africa together and not be trying to hex America. Same with the Caribbean. You need to be using those spirits to get your tribes together, your lands together, because you're attacking the Black Mother. Like I've been saying, Oshun, the fallen, they turned against Oshun. That's what Shango is about, Django, with Jamie Foxx. I forgot the girl's name. She plays Oshun. Shango is one of Shango's wives. And everybody turned on her and sold her into slavery and shit. And he's coming with the fire, the rage to come get his wife. Because all them other heifers are jealous of her. She's beauty. I mean, balance. There's nothing stronger than that. That's strength. All the other war goddesses and everything, all that's nice. But you can't beat strength, peace, grace. You just can't. It's the strongest energy. That's why the strength card got the Virgin in there with it. Libra and Leo. Queen of Pentacles here at this dragon. That's what I think. I think somebody is not aware that they are very powerful and very, look, the Emperor at the root. This could be a father figure, men in general, divine masculine men. Maybe that's why you got this liar here that's trying to confuse things. He doesn't want somebody to come into their power. That's what this dragon is. Somebody is very powerful and they're attracting an emperor. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody burned a bridge over here. These pentacles they're not blossoming. This 10 and these 2 of Wands in the reverse, they don't have control over this. And they're not getting something in order to gain control. I think it has something to do with this lying King of Swords. This is somebody that's in a high position. They talk a lot. They talk well. They're very intelligent, very strategic too. This one might be a magician too, like a word magician. He's got the birds in the air and the clouds. He could be doing some kind of chanting or word magic. It's funny, this same kind of bird almost is on these cards. Tower, somebody is greedy and causing, but they're greedy. This might be this King of Swords. Air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Somebody is causing confusion because someone knows that somebody has options, and one of these options, probably this Emperor, and this could be love and, support with this Emperor. Something is very, very delicate, though, with this grasshopper. Grasshoppers, he's right here. He's on this little blade of grass, and the grass is bending, but he's still, like, balancing on the grass, Something is very delicate. Like, if any wrong move, that little piece of grass gonna break, Four Wands. Somebody is making plans. This bird, look, see the same bird here is going to this dude right here. I don't like these plans. This might have something to do with a party. I think somebody was getting that. I think Leo got that. Wheel of Fortune, nice. So something isn't going to work for somebody else, and this broken bridge is something that you don't need to try to rebuild. Advice from a friend, though. Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. This is karmic, though. All of this is karmic. This is at the heart. It's more karmic for you. Well, it came out, but this is in the upright. It came out in reverse for the fire signs. It's coming out in the upright for you under this broken bridge. Somebody trying to build this bridge back up, and it ain't working. Giving me Piscean energy for sure. Pisces is like, nah, that bridge is broken, okay? I'm just saying it like that because Pisces be getting real gangster. I don't know. Pisces be having me over here. Page of Pentacles. Oh, they're my babies. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody could be speaking. Somebody could speak for work. Like I said, they're a great speaker, but they're a liar. They're a liar, and they're working with other people, making plans and stuff based on lies. Yeah, this is a lot of people with a party or a celebration. Somebody isn't heartbroken about something anymore, and that's why these people don't have control anymore over something. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Underneath this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're not giving your energy to something anymore. You're focused on you and your pentacle, and that's what's going to cause this. It's like a spell, The broken bridge is like a broken spell, too, because these people can't have access to you anymore. I freaking love it, and that's karma right here. That's the way the wheel turns, damn it. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. This could be the masculine energy now coming up in reverse with this King of Swords over here trying to cause emotional confusion and acting like he's a good guy, acting like he's solid, but causing confusion on purpose. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We got this confusion here again. It's in the reverse now. Somebody knows this Emperor isn't confused, and he's going to make something fair. I think that's what's going to happen for this Queen of Pentacles. This is a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Five of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, these people aren't going to be able to stop you. Their little plan and going back and forth with their lion asses. They're not. Look at his cape is all patched up. Eight of Cups. Somebody's not walking away from something. That's good. That came out in the fire signs, is to keep going for something because people are trying to make you feel discouraged or, unconfident about what you do. And you're the Empress. Look, there's an Emperor right here. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, once you get with this Emperor, you're going to be an Empress. So I do feel like it's business and pleasure. I think that that can work out so well, if it works out so well. If both people are, you know, just honest and worth the damn. You know, somebody always ends up so butthurt and then they want to ruin the life of the other person. Like, get the fuck out of here. Go on with your life, fuck your hoes, and, you know, be on with it. But no, they want to sit and, you know, gather together, make plans and lie against you. That's okay. It's a real man that's coming. Not these fakes. And I feel like you had to deal with these jealous, over-emotional, but they might be down low. You know, he's confused here, all the confusion. This Emperor might realize they down low, and he might say, wait a minute, that was trying to get me, you know? He said, I gotta watch my drink. Look, with the drinks. Look, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Hermit. I feel like somebody went within and figured this shit out. Somebody might have been poisoning somebody's drinks, trying to Mickey their ass, so they could get some... I mean, you gotta watch people, especially, was I talking about that? Yeah, the whores. The whores will set you up. The whore men and the whore women. But I'm specifically talking about the whore women because women are supposed to be, it's just too much. It's too much. Everything is in balance. We're all supposed to be crafty and have common sense, but this is changing the wheel for the masculine AI system, and they don't realize it. Because I was saying in another reading, people don't look at themselves as a big piece of the puzzle. They never do that. They always say, oh, it ain't gonna matter, what I do don't matter, you know, and there's 50 million people saying that and doing the same thing. And so everything, you know, you got to be accountable for yourself. And there is a scripture that says nobody condemns a man when they're stealing to feed their stomach or keep a roof over their head. But when you start stealing and you balling off of stealing people's shit, that's when you get punished for it. So, you know, but you guys stop doing that. We're being judged, you know. It's time to just do things honestly. And there's always a way to do things honestly. You just got to be who you are. You can't be trying to be somebody all high and mighty and you're not. If that's not what you are. And stealing and blocking and all that stuff is not going to make you be that at the core of yourself. You just a stealing, blocking, scamming hoe. And that's all that the scriptures and things talk about. All that the magic books and everything talk about. But it's like so many people that are trying to use that to manipulate the situation into a negative way. Which really just doesn't make any sense because you don't have no peace. You don't have no peace. You always got to worry about, is this coming back to me? Or is this going to come back? And it is. So you should be worried. But that's what I have. I feel like somebody has gone through something very karmic. The karmic wheel is turning back in your favor. And again, we are in a time where I feel like this is not going to take long to happen, though. I think that it's going to start happening. You're going to start seeing it, but I think that it's going to get heavier over time. Because people are going to get tired of fighting, and they can't, the bridge is broken. They can't get in your energy, so they're going to have to fight their own demons. And over time, they're just really not going to be able to, or else they would have did it in the first place. They wouldn't have been trying to use your energy. So now they have to face themselves. And a lot of people are not going to like what they see. And that's on them. They should have been doing the real work. So that's what I have for you, water signs. You have Aries coming in here. That's all I want to see. Because this is the Emperor is the only major arcana that came out. Because I really just read the first row for water signs. And then you had the Wheel of Fortune too. So I think things are changing on an emotional level. I think that people are starting to wake up too. And again, what I was saying about brown people worshiping ISIS ass, and that's who they're using to send you back home. Like, wake the fuck up, everybody. Mexicans too, they need to wake up, because they're being used, you know. They're being used too. But anyways, that's all I got, and I will see you next time. Peace.